got hand on the wheel. I'm closing the top on the raindrop. I'm keeping the game in the headlock. When throwed and blinded my dreadlock. In the end zone with the mad dot. One phone call, get it dead stop. I feel like I own the season. Say one thing, just give me a reason. Know you're mad, I'm undefeated. Top dog, making it even. Oh, I had to get back up. I had to get back up. I can't take no loss. You better call back up. I'm running it down to finish. I don't play, get down to get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm litty. I know that you're trying to go big. Better run up the cash, you love to spend. Made it, kill it, and did it again. With the intent, no, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it. Know you sad about it. Know you sad about it.
Ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, are you ready? Are you ready?
Get ready, dog.
This be the green light, go. Tires burn the pavement. People want to know where Mace, Potts, and Dave went. Still here, still in your ear with a style so hot, you'll see where all the sun rays went. Legs, arms, and head, all being moved in a frenzy. The blends be all the right cred, meaning credentials. Best of both worlds when we rockin' over pearls in the instrumental. Are you ready? Set, jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go. Keep it steady, to the letter rock, turn it up, we giving the show. But can you rock it like rocket fuel? What you talking about, space or out your mind? But can you rock it like rockets, fool? That's a close encounter of what kind? Gentlemen. When it was time to get it lit, we got it hot like fever. Sick with the talk, passing your receiver. All about running the spot. And you know we got breath control, so no need to take a breather. Cardio kingpin, subjugate the dub play. And you know we can't wait to bring spins. A-star quizzes, A+ the final. Vocals we align, we'll move it all simultaneously over joints we rock. We earn 30 years, so you can say we got 3 turns. Live off the board, unlike you and your chess men. We install doubt in you and your yes men. And if the game had veins, we'll insert upheaval the ground. Cause the adrenaline we blend with the sound is our thing, relieving the kings of all crowns. Are you ready? Are you set? Then jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go. Keep it steady, to the letter right. Turn it up, y'all beat the flow. But can you rock it like rocket fuel? What you talking about, space or out your mind? But can you rock it like rockets, fool? That's a close encounter of what kind?
Okay, Coach, thank you. We are about 4,300 miles away from you there in Orlando as we come to you from the European home of the NFL, London, England. Coming up, another edition of the NFL International Series, and it should be a good one, between the Chicago Bears and our home team. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Down, 180. Check, check, with the nine. Here we go, D. All day, defense, all day, all day. Hey, switch gears, switch. Your mind. Get set.
Now the first-round pick from Alabama, Josh Jacobs. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
Down. 180. Hey, we're good, we're good. 180. Out, out, out. Who's right, Chief?
This is Jalen Richard, the fourth-year man from Southern Miss. And he'll take it forward for about 5 up. To the 28-yard line.
Roquan Smith in on the tackle. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 7.
A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. Shotgun now for Carr. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. Here's the Raiders punter now. He'll kick it away after a 3-and-out on the opening drive of the game. That's a 43-yard punt, aided as well by a loss on the return. And it'll be 1st and 10 Bears from deep in their own territory. Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at their own 11. They'll run with a 3rd-year man. This is Tariq Cohen. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. From the gun, it's Trubisky. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Cohen. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to him. 15 yards on the play, 1st down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Good work, boys. Let's go. Let's go.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Draw play here. Trubisky gives to Cohen. And now off to the races, down the right side. Touchdown, Chicago. Tariq Cohen, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And a 3-and-out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out with a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
On 2nd and 9, Carr. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense, when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
On 3rd down, Richard. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30. Call it a gain of 4, but not enough. The punt team going to need to be summoned here on 4th down. Here's the Raiders punter now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Fielded at the 20. A good kick, 48 yards, 4 on the return. And the Bears take over. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Levante David making his presence felt in the backfield.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Now Trubisky to throw. That's Cordero Patterson hauling it in. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on third.
16 yards on the play. It's now third down.
Shut up! 180! 55, come on! Yeah.
Third and 2. Now Trubisky. He's got his tight end, Burton. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 16 yards there. 2 straight plays of 16 yards and another first down.
Get up! 180!
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Here we go. Watch the pass.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. So here's a first and 10 at the 38. First down, a run with Cohen. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. On first down, Trubisky. And down he goes. Brought down a Raider sack. The product of Jersey City, Tahir Whitehead on the sack.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. And he's going to go down again. Vontez Burfict in there to drop him, and sacks on first and second downs. Now leads to a third and long. After that sack we just saw, Trubisky and the Bears deal with a third and long. Now Trubisky on third and long, and that will be incomplete. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short, no good, and this score will stay right where it is. Well, I was watching him in warm-ups, and he hit a 62-yarder that hit the crossbar and went over this one a little bit inside of that, but not enough leg.
And the difference is what?
Well, your live conditions, right?
Live conditions, game conditions are a whole lot different than practice. We just pop it up there, no rush, no pressure. I think maybe that takes a couple yards away from you when you have to do it when it's real.
That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. The Raiders with the football here to begin quarter number 2 as they've got it with a first and 10. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another first and 10. Working from the gun, it's Carr. Got a man over the middle, it's Williams. And they'll get this down to the 10. It'll be a gain of 16 for number 16. The Raiders into the red zone for the first time. They've got a first and goal from the 10-yard line. Carr now to throw. And that's off the mark, incomplete. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on second and goal.
Check 3,
On second down, Jacobs. And he's going to bull his way down to about the 1-yard line. A very valuable 9-yard pickup, and now they're set up a little better here for third and goal. It'll definitely be a disappointment to come out of this starting position with just 3 points. They need to try to dial something up now, third and 10. They'll run it with Jacobs. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th. The kick by Carlson is good. Last season for Carlson, bit of a strange rookie year. Won the Vikings job, then was let go week 2 after going 0 for 3, but he picked things back up.
Remember, he was drafted to cure their kicking woes, and he ends up going 0 for 3 against Green Bay, including the potential game winner. Gets cut, picked up by the Raiders, 16 for 17 the rest of the season. I'd say at the end of the year, a pretty good success story.
Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They go play action with Trubisky. And the hook up here to Allen Robinson. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down. Now Trubisky going to give this to Montgomery. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of 2 there. 2nd down.
Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone.
On 2nd and 12, Trubisky out left to Shaheen. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. So 1st and 2nd down went in the wrong direction. They'll try to do better here on 3rd and 13. Out of the gun, Trubisky. Oh, he almost had the rare interception. The big fella couldn't hang on, though. Incomplete. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point.
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that.
Toe bashed.
Super toe.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. To throw his Carr. He's airing it out for Williams. And he fires one that's intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
Partner, when you're playing cover 2, this is like a tag team for the safeties. Each of them gets a half-field responsibility. Their job, stay as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, read the football, and go make a play. In this case, the free safety made the best play, an interception.
And that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though. Huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
15 yards on the play, 1st down. Trubisky now 9 of 11 passing in this first half. He's got his guys at 1st and 10. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13.
Check, check. Walk 54. Walk 54. think you got it, son.
Looking to throw again, Trubisky. Flush to his right. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to... Hold on to that one. It's second down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Again, it's Trubisky. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. And he gets this only to the 44-yard line. Not near enough to keep the drive alive. 2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3, our score. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And a productive gain out to the 14 after starting at the 7. It's a gain of 7. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Throwing again on second down. Carr. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
This interception will go on the record of the quarterback, but as a receiver, you've got to understand where you are in the field. Middle portion, you know it's going to come in hot. Square your body to the quarterback and be ready to make the catch.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Trubisky gives to Cohen, and that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Here's Trubisky. This is Gabriel out on the left side. Touchdown, Chicago! Taylor Gabriel, his first touchdown on the year as the Bears push further out in front. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Well, look at the clock here. You're inside of a minute. First half hasn't gone that well for you. How are you going to play this drive?
Well, I've been told by my coaches previously that the intelligent approach, go ahead and run out the clock and start over. Don't make any more mistakes. But there's also something to understanding that you get this last drive here. You get the ball to start the second half. Try and go 2 for 1 here. Get some points now and come out of the locker room and get more points again and get your momentum really built up.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. Carr now on first down. Throwing the out route and complete. It's Williams. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Now Carr. It's a screen to Richard. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. They go play action here on first down, and that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Carr. He'll let this go for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. So with the pass being completed, they'll go ahead and take that instead.
Nothing extra to be gained. Pass interference at the spot, completed the pass. That was your play, so it might as well have not even had the penalty.
So now, following the big play, they've got a 1st and goal all the way down at the 10. Now, Carr again. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half. And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1. So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. This will be a 34-yard attempt. And that is no good. Well, not the best first half facing this deficit, but at least they did put 3 on the board before half.
Yeah, it's a little bit like that stormy, cloudy day, and the sun peeks through just for a second. They saw the sun there. They're hoping to see a little bit more of it in the second half.
An opening there on that first down run as he gets this forward for about 8 or 9. That looks to be 8 officially, so 2nd and 2. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. As they say here in London, all to play for as we are back underway in the second half. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback on the expected passing situation.
Now it's Trubisky. Pressure comes, and Trubisky goes down.
They need to stop to get back into this game, and here's one right to start the third quarter.
Yeah, anytime you go to the lockers with that 2-3 score deficit, you're right. You need that stop, get the football back, and they've done just that.
Series to series, play to play.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the Bears' 49-yard line.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Here's Carr to throw. And on the left side, he's got Witten. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. The last time we saw Jason Witten on a football field instead of the broadcasting booth was, of course, 2 years ago, 2017. He had 63 catches, 560 yards, 5 touchdowns. It was his 11th Pro Bowl that season for a man who came into the league back in 2003. From the gun now on 3rd down, Carr able to find Warner. That's complete. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 35. Still in search of their 1st touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And a short gain down to about the 33. Khalil Mack, of course, the former Raider, there to make the tackle. Carr with a play fake to Jacobs. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. And a short return to the 6-yard line.
Well, NFL quarterbacks have learned the hard way. You're not going to get rich throwing against this guy. He's definitely too good. And this is now his 2nd interception of the ball game. And if I'm running the offense, I've got to tell my guys, you've got to go work on the other corner.
Now a nice play defensively on 1st down as this is knocked away and incomplete. Good coverage there by Trayvon Mullen. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Trubisky will throw. He gets this complete to Shaheen, the tight end. And they'll get him down up past the 15. 11 yards there, 1st down. Charles, you are the master of abstract facts. So who would you say is the best player ever drafted from Ashland University in Ohio?
How about the only one ever drafted from there? Adam Shaheen, the tight end. Went to the Chicago Bears. Began his college career, though, as a basketball player, Division II in the state of Pennsylvania. 3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Trubisky. This one out left to the tight end, Burton. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a 1st down.
The throw over the middle, taken in, and out across midfield down to the 45. And a nice gain of 21 yards. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
A little bit of daylight on that 1st down run. Sets him up nicely. 8 yards on the carry. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2.
2nd and 2 at the 36-yard line.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Now Trubisky. Trying to get it to Robinson, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Carl Joseph. And he'll bring this one back to the 29.
Okay, partner. No surprise to you. I'm going to look at this from the defensive perspective. In the rain, you have to be more cautious trying to cover passing routes. Why? The offense knows where they're going with the football. The receiver knows the route he's going to run. You have to make sure you keep your footing underneath you.
7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his 2nd catch.
Yeah, and people have to come up with schemes to limit him. And what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes they'll just take a corner, maybe their 3rd corner if he's a bigger guy, and put him on a man-to-man to try and limit his touches. Just keep mixing it up, give him different angles, different looks, like a good boxer does.
Play action. Now it's Carr. He's airing it out for Williams. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Tyrell Williams, his first touchdown on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for two.
I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play. You're mine.
Shotgun now for Carr. And he's got it. So the try for two successful. And with it, they're back within a field goal. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Now Trubisky to throw. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, running with Cohen. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Tariq Cohen with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. As the Bears push further out in front. Extra point hugged the upright a bit, but he gets it to go. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete. Derek Carr, 3 fourth-quarter comebacks for the Raiders last year, and they only won 4 games total, so they've got some experience dealing with tight ones. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Carr, pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Leonard Floyd able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Carr and the Raiders following the sack, looking up at a 3rd and long. Now a play fake. Carr. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. The Raiders do snap it. It's Carr. Pressure gets to it, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. Khalil Mack. And goodness, that means this next drive is going to begin 1st and goal already at the 5-yard line. Breaking the huddle, 1st and goal as the return team has set him up with golden field position. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Now it's Trubisky. And he's got his man. That's Robinson. Touchdown Bears. Allen Allen Robinson. His 4th touchdown on the year as the Bears push further out in front. Extra point safely through, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave him great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
22 yards there, a 1st down. Second year in Oakland for Walter after being signed off the Ravens practice squad, but only 6 catches, 75 yards a season ago. Then he got a lot of hype in the offseason following OTAs. Their offensive coordinator saying, yeah, Darren, you have that position. Coach Gruden went as far as to say, Darren, you have the chance of a lifetime here. Well, now it's time for Darren Waller to go out there and prove it. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line. Carr going to give it to Jacobs. And he'll be brought down at about the 25 after a pickup of 4. That's a gain of 4 as we slip inside of 4 minutes left in regulation. From the 25 on 2nd down, Carr.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. On 3rd down, here comes Jacobs. And he'll be stopped here well short of the 1st down at the 24-yard line. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
And he picks up the 1st down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. They'll run on 1st down. Richard. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Khalil Mack, of course, the former Raider, there to make the tackle. And it's incomplete, broken up. But there is a flag down. Let's see what that's about. And since they still have 10 yards to go, they'll just say, let's roll this over to 3rd down and decline it.
Let's just be honest about it. If you can't get them off the field on 3rd and 10, then something's wrong with your defense anyway. No sense in taking that penalty.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Eddie Jackson picks it, and he'll go down inside the 15 at his own 13-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. And he's able to get up here to the 26. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line, and I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. There he goes, right side. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. David Montgomery His third touchdown now on the year as the Bears push further out in front. Well called, well blocked, and then he just made a great play. That was an athlete going a long way.
Hey, how about the suddenness to it? Just getting there and taking off and going. For the defensive guys, plays like that really hurt.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. He was trying to get it to Hakeem Butler there, and now it's third down. From the gun, it's Carr. He's got his man. It's Williams. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A gain of 22. Now a play fake here on first down. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. Now that after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And my goodness, another interception. Eddie Jackson picks it. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Well, Charles, the forecast called for rain throughout the entire game, and we got rain throughout the entire game. But these two teams, they had fun getting dirty out there. They love the slop.
Did you trust the forecast ahead of time? Are you one of those guys that's skeptical about it, or did you trust it?
But when I saw just a big blob of green on the radar, I said, okay, let's trust.
Yeah, and that's why I'm glad you took my advice. Got your notes laminated, because, you know, open-air booth, that rain can affect us as well, although not as much as the guys on the field. But let's face it, it's kind of fun to watch these types of games, isn't it?
It is. By the way, how impressive is it that you travel with a laminator? I didn't even know there was a portable laminator.
The things that you learn.
Golly, wise beyond his years. So for Chicago, they moved back over 500 at